Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out from Llewellyn Books this October. It is already available for pre-order on Amazon or at the Llewellyn website or at your local witchy bookstore. If you like my approach to tarot, you are going to absolutely be thrilled about this book. So go and pre-order it today because October is coming up fast. It is time for part 4 of my monthly Tarotscopes, and this is going to be for the month of July 2020. In this final video, I'm going to go over the astrological signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if you are a Capricorn, or you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, this first video is going to be, or this first message, I should say, is going to be for you. 6 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and the Empress. Interesting. All right, so for Capricorn, the 6 of Cups is a card of the past, and it's a card of past happiness. And sometimes it indicates that if you're struggling right now, if you can't find your joy, you don't know where it is, the 6 of Cups reminds you that your joy is in the last place where you dropped it, kind of like where your keys are at when you're looking for those too. And so it's kind of indicating that it's time to revisit something that you might have dropped or lost on the way and really get reacquainted with whatever it is that brings you that sense of bliss or joy. The fact of the matter is, with that 9 of Wands for Capricorn, especially this last month and even this year, it's been a hard go of things. The figure on the 9 of Wands is bumped and bruised by life. He's got that bandage on his head, which is kind of indicating that life has beat him up a little bit. But he's still standing. He's resilient. He's also built a boundary with the 9 wands that he worked hard to earn. So this could be a time for Capricorn where you're really establishing firm boundaries with other people and really clearly demarcating where they end and where you begin as well. The 9 of Wands is always a card of standing up for yourself and really taking pride in your work, taking pride in what you're building or developing in your own life. Things get really a lot better near the tail end of July for Capricorn. It is the astrological sign of Cancer during the first part of the month, and it might be a little bit more stressful or there might be some challenges, but near the end of the month, we got that Empress energy stepping in. And this could be a time to just luxuriate, give yourself some self-care. Could also be a time where efforts are rewarded. Seeds that are planted are finally growing into some sort of abundance. And the Empress is also a card of really taking that higher perspective with your life at this time. She wears the star crown. And this could just indicate getting an overview of your life at this time and really looking at things from a distance or from a bigger perspective. So for Capricorn, this is a month to really remember what makes you happy, focus on work, focus on also being resilient, but then know that hard times are going to pass, that things are going to get a little bit easier. And if you put the effort in right now, you will see the benefits and the growth coming in the Empress's garden in its due time. All right, so that is for Capricorn. Next, we're going to go into Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius or you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, this is going to be the message for you for July 2020. Number 1, 5 of Pentacles. Number 2, King of Cups. And number 3, 7 of Pentacles. So we have this transition for Aquarius from 5 of Pentacles energy to 7 of Pentacles energy. And 5 of Pentacles can sometimes be called the poverty card. It can indicate a financial difficulty, something on a money level that's a challenge that needs to be seen to. Or sometimes it has to do with our feelings of worth or worthiness, of the good things that are trying to find themselves into our lives. So the 5 of Pentacles could indicate that you're really kind of taking an inventory emotionally of what your feelings are, what you're carrying with you, and you're saying, you know what, this person or this situation's making me not feel really good. I'm going to get rid of it. The 5 of Pentacles is all about weeding out those things in your life that sap your energy from you, that bankrupt you emotionally, and instead invest in the things that really count or really matter. The second card we got is that King of Cups, and he's associated with the astrological sign of Cancer, which has all to do with the house and the home. The King of Cups is able to stay firm on his stone foundation there amidst the swirling waves because he's got a nice base of operations to work from. And this could say that it's time to stay centered. It might be time to ground in your home, clear the energy out of your house, or even get some financial things financial matters into order when they have to do with your home, with your family, or that home base. The King of Cups can also just be a time where things are a little bit more sensitive. They might be getting a little bit more turbulent this next month, and you really want to stay grounded in the midst of the swirling emotions of not only yourself, but also other people that are around you. And then finally, we got that Seven of Pentacles, which is such an improvement from the Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles says that the seeds are planted, things are growing beautifully, but they're not yet ready for harvest yet. You see the guy who's working on the card, but he's stopping his work long enough to notice the progress, but he knows the work isn't done yet. And whenever I see the Seven of Pentacles, it says you're making progress, you're doing things well, you're going in the right direction. But you're about like 65% done with the project or with whatever the goal is. And there's still that extra energy and effort that needs to be put in to see this through to completion. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience and letting things grow in time, but that Five of Pentacles might indicate with that garden imagery, it's also time to weed out anything that is robbing that tree of abundance from taking root or really feeling like it's vital or alive. So this is a good time to really be discriminating about what you're allowing in your own mental garden. And then finally, we have the astrological sign of Pisces. So if you are a Pisces or you just have a lot of Pisces in your chart, this final message is going to be for you. Nine of Swords in the past, Five of Cups, and the Temperance card. For Pisces, this could be a major month of healing for you. There's some things that have brought some sorrow or difficulty. The Nine of Swords can indicate restlessness, worry, getting stressed out by something, or just feeling really bound up or anxious. And sometimes when it's next to that Five of Cups, it could really indicate that you're grappling with a loss, something that's sad, something that that you have to deal with on a grieving level. But even though the Five of Cups indicates that there might have been a loss with those spilled cups in front of the figure, the Five of Cups reminds you that all is not lost. Everything's not horrible. There's still two cups standing behind the figure on the Five of Cups. This could be a time where you really have to wake up and remember that your life isn't all messed up yet, but that maybe things that have been disappointing or going in a challenging direction are things that are just fleeting or passing on your path and that you need to release at this time. The figure on the Nine of Swords has his eyes closed. He's not even looking around him. But if he were, he'd see that he's not even in danger right now. He's safe in his own bed. And then on that quilt there are roses and the astrological signs stitched into the quilt. And this indicates that he's still vital and that he's universal. There's still a lot ahead for him. He just might not be able to see it at this time. So that Nine of Swords tells you not to focus in so much on problems or to zero in on the thing that's devastating or disappointing or made you feel sad. Same message of that Five of Cups. There is something that was lost here. There is something that needs healing at this time. But it's saying not to zero in on what's not working, what's spilled, but instead look at where the energy's flowing that is working at this time. That is going to be what mends your heart and really heals it. In fact, we got that Temperance card for this month of July for the sign of Pisces. This could be a time of intense healing. The Temperance card in the Major Arcana appears in the midst of some of the most challenging cards in the tarot. We got the Hangman and then Death, and then we get this little oasis of Temperance. And then that's before we go into the Devil and then the Tower card. And so Temperance could really indicate for Pisces that there's some respite on the way, that there's a time to sort of take a break from the intensity of whatever it is that you've had to suffer through or whatever it is that you're kind of sad about or whatever change and plans that you've had to adapt to, and time to replenish yourself. The Angel of Temperance is pouring one full cup of water into an empty cup. And so this could indicate that this is a time where you're really pouring your energy into something that's been neglected or feeling empty up until now. And the Temperance is also a card of self-care, self-healing. It's important to not only keep a foot in the realm of the water, but also to keep the foot on the dry land, much like the Angel of Temperance. And the water is a representation for your feelings, your emotions, but the earth is a symbol for your nature and also feeling grounded in reality at this time. There is going to be a major time of healing coming up for Pisces, and it might even just be a time where you're letting go of old disappointments or losses and going and investing your time or energy into something that's more fulfilling. So that is my Tarotscopes for this month of July 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can always catch me at elliotoracle.com to schedule a tarot reading with me if you want something more in depth. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy month. Do take care.